What's going on, guys? This is Dylan. You're listening to Pigskin Podcast. Let's jump right into it. Breaking news: the Houston Texans have made the latest splash in what was becoming a pretty quiet free agency as of late, about past week or so, trading their second round pick, one of two second round picks, 57th overall, acquiring Rams wide receiver Brandon Cooks and a 2022 fourth round pick. So, first of all, just what are your reactions? Drop a L for like and D for dislike. Um, so let's recap what they did a couple weeks ago, trading DeAndre Hopkins, who is considered top three in the NFL, maybe even better at the wide receiver position, and their fourth round pick for this year to the Arizona Cardinals for David Johnson, a second rounder, which is in this year's draft 40th overall, and a fourth round pick in 2021. I don't really know what they're thinking. It seems like they are just playing musical chairs with wide receivers.
Time for a change.
Is Brandon Cooks worth a 57 overall pick in this year's draft? As of right now, I would even say just this year's draft. I would just say Brandon Cooks isn't worth the 57th overall pick in any draft at this point in his career. Um, First of all, the 2020 wide receiver draft class is stacked, like extremely stacked. 40th and 57th overall could both get them insanely good talent in the wide receiver room. But the fact is, Brandon Cooks has been in the league, 6 years now, and he's had 5 concussions. It really seems like somebody hit Bill O'Brien too hard in the head. He might be in the concussion protocol because of these moves he's been making. Just do not make sense whatsoever. I don't know if his head is spinning being a head coach and a GM, but if I'm any NFL team right now, I have Bill O'Brien on speed dial and asking him what he wants for Deshaun Watson or any of their other best players on their roster, because it seems like they're having to sell the farm off season. And if I'm a quarterback hungry team, I'm offering minimal for Deshaun Watson, because who knows, maybe he'll accept it. Um, I just don't understand what's happening. They had eight draft picks after the DeAndre trade, and now they have 7, giving up their 57th overall. Here's a list of their draft picks right now after the Brandon Cooks trade. So they don't pick until second round, 40th overall, acquired from Arizona, and then they go 50 selections until their next, which is their third. So yeah, they're not even having really any draft capital this year. They have 3 seventh round picks, which, yes, I know you can find a diamond in the rough, but as of right now, to only have 1 second, third, fourth, and fifth, and then all the rest of your picks in the seventh, it doesn't look like it's going to be too sexy of a draft class coming from the Texans. I don't know what they're planning on doing with their 40th overall now. I was thinking receiver after the trade with DeAndre Hopkins, but they just acquired Randall Cobb and Brandon Cooks, so who knows what's going through their head right now. Brandon Cooks is a good receiver, even with the head injuries. He's definitely a good receiver. He was in a pretty crowded wide receiver room with, Cooper Kupp, Robert Woods, Josh Reynolds, and even their tight ends, Higbee and Everett. But now I don't even know if I'd consider him the best wide receiver on the Texans depth chart now. They have Will Fuller, who deals with injuries. They have Kiki Kuti, who was dealing with injuries. Who else they got? They just signed Randall Cobb, who is getting a little older, and he's 29, but he dealt with his own injuries. So, I don't really know. They have Kenny Stills, too. That's who it was. I'd say Kenny Stills is probably their best wide receiver. So to give up a second round pick for Brandon Cooks, who's had 5 known concussions, he's probably one big hit away from retirement. I don't know if I would have done that. As a Indianapolis Colts fan, I'm ecstatic. Bill O'Brien is just doing the city of Indianapolis favors over and over and over again in this offseason. If if I were in a better position financially, I'd start a GoFundMe for Bill O'Brien and put the first dollars in to keep this man afloat in Houston because he's making some trades that are really helping other teams in the AFC South. But yeah, comment what you think about this trade, the trade before that, what you guys think is going through Bill O'Brien's head, and thanks for watching.